effect of light, effect of gravity, rapid cell division in tendrils, cells that are away from the support, rapid cell division in tendrilar cells in contact with the support. Good. Which of the following statements are true about the brain? Option A, the main thinking part of the brain is hindbrain. Option B, centers of hearing, smell, memory, sight are located in forebrain. Option C, involuntary actions like salivation, vomiting, blood pressure are controlled by the medulla in the hindbrain. Option D, cerebellum does not control posture and balance of the body. B and C. B and C. Centers of hearing, smell, memory, sight are located in forebrain. Is correct. C also. Involuntary actions like salivation, vomiting, blood pressure are controlled by medulla in the hindbrain. तुम ऑप्शन आगे कहीं सुनो ना, तुमको ऑप्शन दे था ए एंड बी, ए बी सी, बी एंड सी, सी एंड डी, तुम्हें से कही था आगुआ कहीं कौन. Which part of the human brain controls body temperature? Pituitary, diencephalon, hypothalamus, none of these.
Hypothalamus.
Good. Sensory nerve of a reflexor carries information from the receptor cells to the dash. Spinal cord, brain, muscle of the effector organ, bone of the receptor organ.
Muscle of the
Receptor cell to the carries information from the receptor cell to the spinal cord. A option. Spinal cord originates from cerebrum, medulla, bones, cerebellum. Medulla. The substance that triggers the fall of mature leaves and fruits from plant is due to auxin, gibberellin, ABA, cytokinin. ABA, abscisic acid. The growth of a pollen tube towards ovules is due to dash.
chemotropin.
What is the common in both insulin and glucagon?
They both control sugar level, blood sugar.
Both regulate the level of blood sugar. Insulin decreases blood glucose and glucagon increases. Among endocrine and exocrine gland, which gland possess ducts?
Endocrine.
Endocrines are ductless. Exocrine gland possess ducts. Hormone affect only specific target cells. Explain.
Because they only act on the target sites.
Endocrine cell which produce hormone and secrete them into bloodstream where they are distributed throughout the body. Although hormones are broadcast throughout the body, they affect only the specific target cell. Identify the part of the brain concerned with the memory, will and power. Cerebrum. Muscular coordination.
Cerebellum.
All information about our environment is detected by a specialized cells. Write the name given to such cells. Receptors. Very good. And also mention where they are located. Where are they located? They are located in our various sense organs. Receptors are present in various sense organs. For example, like olfactory receptors. Name the sensory receptors found in the nose. Olfactory. And on the tongue, gustatory. Name the hormones secreted in scary situations by animals. Adrenaline. Write any three responses which enable the animal body to deal with it. Increase heart rate, reduce blood supply to digestive system and skin, increased breathing rate due to contraction of diaphragm and rib muscle. तू कौन कोच जोटा बुझुनो सिद्धि महाराज
ब्लड शुगर लेवल
तो जमा नहीं ये हिसाब रे रूम कोडी सिद्धि अछि which hormone is responsible for the changes noticed in females at puberty?
Estrogen.
Dwarfism results due to deficiency of which hormone? Growth hormone. समस्त को कहले मन रहइबो ब्लड शुगर लेवल राइज ड्यू टू डेफिशिएंसी ऑफ व्हिच हार्मोन आयोडीन इज नेसेसरी फॉर द सिंथेसिस ऑफ व्हिच हार्मोन थायरोक्सिन नेम द हार्मोन secreted by the following endocrine glands and specify one function of each thyroid gland thyroid hormone secretes by thyroid gland function regulate the metabolism of carbohydrate fat protein in the body iodine is essential for the synthesis of thyroxine pituitary gland
Growth hormone.
it controls the functioning and secretion of other gland that is why it is known as also master gland it secretes many hormones one of which growth hormone that regulate growth and development of bone and muscle के growth hormone pancreas insulin
ब्लड शुगर लेवल
state the function of the following plant hormone cytokinin promotes cell division dealing aging in leaves abscisic acid
Wilting of leaves.
and inhibit the growth wilting of leaves causes stomatal closure define chemotropism
attractive chemical hormone
chemotropic movement is the growth of a plant in response to chemical stimulus for example growth of a pollen tube towards the ovule during fertilization plants do not have any nerve system but yet if we touch a sensitive plant some observable changes take place in its leaf explain how could this plant respond to the external stimuli
Due to
and how it is communicated
due to hormone
due to
present of hormone in the plants.
name the hormone that needs to be administered to the increase of the height of the dwarf plants
Auxin.
if iodine is insufficient in one's diet, what might be the deficiency disease?
Goitry.
How it can be prevented?
By taking iodine.
iodine sir.
Name the disorder which a person is likely to suffer from due to the following: over secretion of growth hormone, disorder,
Disorder is gignatism.
gignatism, which glands,
Pituitary gland.
deficiency of estrogen in female, feebly growth in sexual characters in female, gland,
Gland and
ovary, less secretion of thyroxine,
Thyroxine is diabetes.
less secretion of thyroxine कौन disorder कौन disease टा कौन हबो goitre
Goitry.
gland thyroid gland
Thyroid.
what are animal hormones
The hormones which are secreted by the animals is known as
hormones are the chemical substance which control and coordinate the activities performed by the organism list their two characteristics they are poured directly into the blood stream and are carried throughout the body by the circulatory system and they act only on the specific target organ. Name the hormone which bring changes in male human during the beginning of adolescence, which coordinate the level of sugar in blood.
Insulin.
Good. Why do you call pituitary gland as the master gland?
Because it controls all the other glands and secretes hormone for the other glands.
Where is it located and what are its functions?
It is located in brain.
Brain.
Below the hypothalamus at the base of the brain. What are its functions?
It secretes growth hormone.
It secretes the following hormone: growth hormone, which regulates the growth and development of bones and muscles. Trophic hormone regulates the secretion from other endocrine gland. What are reflex actions? Give two example.
Sudden response to the stimulus.
A sudden quick action in response to something occurring in the environment is known as reflex action. Reflex action is a rapid, automatic response to a stimulus which is not under the voluntary control of the brain. It is an involuntary action. It is a simple form of behavior in which the same stimulus produces the same response every time. For example, if we unknowingly touch a hot plate, we immediately move our hand away from it. जदि आमे गोटे hot plate को हठात हाथ पके देते immediate हाथ टाको बाहर कर दिया. Moving our foot away when stepping on something sharp. जदि आम गोड़टा कोन से गोटे कंटाळिया मुन्या जगह पड़सी जीव पादटा आमे कोन करिवो कोन करिवो उठे देबा. Name the part of the brain and function. Cerebrum. Cerebrum is the main thinking part of the brain, intelligence and voluntary actions. Olfactory lobes, which is meant for center of smell. Then hypothalamus, midbrain, has centers of hunger, thirst, bhok lagiba, shosh, controls reflex movement of the neck, head, trunk in response to visual and auditory stimuli. Hindbrain ର କ'ଣ ଅଛି? Pons, cerebellum, medulla oblongata. Pons ର function ହେଉଛି it regulate respiration, relays information between the cerebellum and cerebrum. Cerebellum ର କାମ କ'ଣ? Cerebellum ଟା ହେଉଛି କୋଉଠି ଅଛି? Hindbrain ରେ ଅଛି. Maintain posture and balance of the body, enable us to make precise and accurate movement. Medulla oblongata.
Blood pressure, vomiting.
Good. It control involuntary action. माने रखो involuntary. जते involuntary action अछि ताकू से कोन करिवो? Control करिवो. के medulla oblongata. For example, swallowing, coughing, vomiting. सेउडा हमर control दे नै. एडा involuntary action. ताकू के control करे? Medulla oblongata, which is present in the hindbrain. Forebrain the part के रहला cerebrum, olfactory lobes and hypothalamus. Plant hormone and physiological effects. Again,
Growth of stems and roots and shoots.
it is synthesized in the young tip of roots and shoots. It is diffused towards the shady side of a plant. Plant रो गोटे पट रो धर सन रे एपटे पड़ला एपटे कोन छाई थिबो सेही पट साइड के से कोन करिवो डिफ्यूज हेके शैडी पार्ट को रहइबो. प्लांट रो गोटे पट साइड कोन पड़े खरा पड़ा गोटे पट छाई रहे जोटा शैडी पार्ट सियाड को से कोन हे जाय डिफ्यूज हेके रहे व्हिच स्टिमुलेट द सेल टू ग्रो लॉन्गर. सेही पार्ट ता बेसी बॉडी बॉडी जीवो बॉडी के गले कोन हबो जदी एही पार्ट ता बॉडी बॉडी गला कुआड को बैंड ही जीवो ऑटोमेटिकली सन आड़ को बैंड ही जीवो. Gibberellin, it helps in the growth of a stem and flower, helps in germination of a seed. Physiological effects. Cytokinin promotes cell division and delay leaf aging, also stimulate leaf expansion. Abscisic acid
Filtering of leaves and growth inhibitor.
Growth inhibitor reverse the growth promoting effects of auxin and gibberellin. An organism X causes calazar and reproduced by binary fission. Identify X. Leishmania. Identify the mode of reproduction in which unicellular organism which splits into two identical daughter organisms. Name the organism. Amoeba. By what mode of by what means does the malaria parasite undergo reproduction? Multiple fission. Plasmodium. Malaria parasite Plasmodium reproduced by multiple fission. Name an organism in which complete body of the organism can regenerate from the single segment of their body part. Planaria. Very good. Rhizopores produced by the spore formation. Spores are contained inside the blob-like structures known as eggs. What is eggs? Sporangia. Name 3 examples of bisexual flowers.
Like hibiscus,
Hibiscus, mustard, lily, rose, eudala, bisexual. Unisexual flower, papaya, watermelon, etc. What do you mean by pollination?
the process of transfer of pollen from the
Anther
to the stigma.
Anther of the stamen to the stigma of a flower. X and Y are the male and female reproductive parts of a flower, respectively. Name X and Y.
X stamen,
X stamen, Y is pistil or carpel. Give example of a plant that has either male or female reproductive parts in a flower.
watermelon, papaya.
In a plant structure grows and ripens as fruit. Identify the name of that structure. Ovary. What are the female and male gamete produced in human known as? Female, male gamete is sperm. Female gamete is egg. A part Y of the female reproductive system receives the sperm from the male partner and serve as a birth canal. Identify Y.
Vagina.
Very good. Eggs are the tiny and motile bodies that consist of mainly genetic material and use their long tail to move through the female reproductive tract. Identify X. What is the structure that connects testes to the urethra in order to allow the passage of semen, known as vas deferens or sperm duct? What parameters will lead to the increase in population size? Birth rate. Name any one contraceptive mechanical barrier that prevents the sperm from reaching the egg. Copper T or condom. Name any one contraceptive method that can cause side effect.
Oral contraceptive.
IUDs or contraceptive method pachhachi. Surgical. No, copper is surgical. Surgical केवल ट्यूबोक्टेमी, vasectomy. In eggs procedure, a small portion of oviduct is cut and tied properly. This prevents the egg to reach the uterus. Identify X. Oviduct, tubectomy. Give the name of one sexually transmitted disease which is caused by bacteria. Syphilis, gonorrhea. Viral infection, STD. STD ହେଲା sexually transmitted disease जोटाको ଯୌନ ରୋଗ କହନ୍ତି। Asexual reproduction take place through budding in amoeba, plasmodium, yeast, leishmania. Budding in yeast, hydra and yeast. Which of the following is not a part of the female reproductive system in human beings? Ovary, uterus, vas deferens, fallopian tube. The anther contains dash, sepals, ovules, carpels, pollen grains.
Pollen grains.
Pollen grains, very good. Next, assertion is in male reproductive system, transport of sperm take place in a fluid which also provide nutrition. Reason is prostate gland and seminal vesicle secretes in testes.
Option A.
Assertion is true or is
False.
choose the disease from the following that cannot be sexually transmitted. Syphilis, hepatitis, gonorrhea, HIV/AIDS. Hepatitis. The bacterial and the viral infections that may be caused due to unsafe sex respectively are dash. Warts and HIV/AIDS, HIV/AIDS and warts, gonorrhea and syphilis, syphilis and warts. Syphilis and warts. Syphilis are bacterial, warts are virus. Assertion is vasectomy is a surgical method of birth control. Reason is in vasectomy, a small portion of oviduct is cut or tied properly.
Is true or is false?
Is true.
And is false.
Which mode of reproduction does not show much variation?
Asexual reproduction.
State the importance of variation.
Adapt with the climate or environmental conditions.
Variation is important for the survival of a species over time. It provides resistance to the species according to the changing environment and hence it makes their survival easy. Assertion is copper T is an intrauterine device. Reason is it is placed in cervix and prevents fertilization.
A.
A is true, but R is false. R. Next, when does pollen tube develop in a flower? During pollination. Pollen grain falls over stigma. This pollen grain absorbs water and nutrients and produces a tube that is called pollen tube. What is fertilization and where does it occur?
Fusion of male and female.
The fusion of male and female gametes. This process takes place in the oviduct or fallopian tube. How can pregnancy be prevented surgically? By two permanent surgical methods. When vas deferens in males are blocked surgically, sperm transfer is prevented. Similarly, when fallopian tube or oviduct are blocked in females, the egg will not be able to reach the uterus, thereby preventing pregnancy. What happens if the planaria is cut into pieces?
Regenerate.
When planaria is cut into pieces, then each piece grows and develops into a new complete organism. This mode of reproduction in planaria is called regeneration. Can you consider cell division as a type of reproduction in unicellular organism?
Yes.
Cell division as a type of reproduction in unicellular organism? Yes. Because it results in the formation of two daughter cells. How do Plasmodium and Leishmania reproduce? Plasmodium reproduce by multiple fission and Leishmania reproduce by binary fission. Rajesh observed a patch of greenish black powdery mass on a stale piece of bread. Name the organism responsible for this and its specific mode of asexual reproduction. Rhizopus, bread mold, rhizopus. It reproduces by the spore formation. Name its vegetative and reproductive parts.
Vegetative part,
No, the vegetative part of rhizopus is a thread-like projection that is called hyphae, HYPHA, and the reproductive part is a tiny blob-like structure known as sporangia, which contains spores as reproductive structures. Name the reproductive and non-reproductive parts of a bread mold. Hyphae is the
reproductive.
non-reproductive part of a bread mold, and sporangia present on hyphae is the reproductive part. List any two advantages of vegetative propagation.
More number of plants can be grown.
Vegetative propagation helps in growing seedless plants. It helps in the preservation of the characters of the parent plant. What is the placenta?
It is the pipe-like structure connected.
Placenta is a special tissue that helps the developing human embryo in obtaining nutrition from mother's blood. Mother's blood ରୁ nutrition ଟା ମା ପେଟରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଛୁଆଟା ଥାଏ ଏମ୍ବ୍ରିଓଟା ବା ଫିଟସ୍ ତା ପାଖକୁ ସେ ଯୋଉ ଯାଏ ସେଇ ଯୋଉ କନେକ୍ସନଟା ସେଇଟା ହେଲା ପ୍ଲାସେଣ୍ଟା ଥ୍ରୋ ପ୍ଲାସେଣ୍ଟା. Structure placenta is a dish-like structure embedded in the uterine wall. It contains villi on the side of embryo. It contains blood spaces on mother's side which is surrounded the villi. Function: it provides a larger surface area for glucose, other nutrients and oxygen to pass from mother blood to the embryo. It also removes the metabolic waste from the embryo through the mother's blood. ताले ये उठे कौन है ला चैनल मदर्स ब्लड रू न्यूट्रिशन ऑक्सीजन ये सब नहीं कि से एम्ब्रियो को पहुंचेला एम्ब्रियो रू जो वेस्ट मटेरियल से बाटे दे कि मदर ब्लड दे कि बाहरी आसे. Why did Mendel select pea plant for conducting his experiment on inheritance?
Duration.